So yes, I am back home, no longer in Kauai, but I thought, you know what, I need to keep Kauai in my heart. So don't be surprised if it's Hawaiian shirt day for a very long time to come. So this morning, Tesla is trying for 14 days in the green, and the PPI information is out. And at the end of this news analysis, I'll update you on my expectations regarding Tesla today. This is the first day of my new daily news show at this time. My other daily morning news shows have been recorded the night before. This is in real time so that we get to see the opening and get some impressions from the opening. And of course, also the PPI being out. All right. If you like this idea, if you like the idea of this morning news show, or you can wait till the end and see whether I do it well. But hit like if you like, hit subscribe, hit notify. As mentioned, I'm going to continue the rest of this week to come out with my projections with regard to the various divisions of Tesla. And then finalizing, I think right now it's actually going to be Tuesday morning when I do the final for the year and for 2024 as well on the overall Tesla situation. And so if you'd like to be notified of that and notified of all these other shows coming up, please hit notify. And then Patreon, I'll be putting up my scripts. I don't know if that'll start today, but eventually I'm going to put up all my scripts so that if you want to read this material or take longer to take a look at it, that's all going to be on Patreon. Okay. The PPA is out. PPI, the producer's price index is out, way better than expected with a 0.3% drop. Some were expecting a 0.1% drop. Others were looking at a 0.1% increase. But this would give us a year-over-year number on the producer price index of just 1.1% inflation. So the Dow and the NASDAQ are not celebrating. We'll talk about that in a minute. They are both down as of this exact moment. I'll check it one more time before the end. Anyway, this is very likely to be a sell in the news day. The Fed is reporting later this morning. It's 93% of economists believe that the Fed is going to pause in the month of June. And a fair number think that there will be an increase in the month of July, although the majority still think that the pause will continue in July. I happen to think, personally, at this point, I think there is no chance that the Fed will be raising in July. Okay, housing is the big sticking point. It's the only sticking point really at this point. Oh yeah, you could look at liquor prices are going up, but in terms of the major stuff, all the biggies are going in the right direction. Energy definitely going in the right direction. Transportation going in the right direction. Even used cars now are starting to slip. So I think that there's no chance the Fed will be raising next month, but that's me. So the sticking point has been residential rents. Which were continuing in yesterday's CPI to show a 0.6% month over month, way outside of what the Fed is hoping for. And there had been a lot of talk that the rents were coming down. And in fact, Zillow, Redfin, and others are all indicating that this 0.6% month over month rise reported yesterday is very old news, and that is not what's happening in the real world. Also, Trueflation is showing that that's not true. So multiple different folks are saying that rents right now, residential rents are flat to down. And so this is going to be another thing which the Fed will see, hopefully, in the CPI print next month. On the other hand, residential purchases are definitely stronger than some people expected. I've been saying for months that this is not going to be an area that is going to be helping the inflation front this year. There's just no inventory. And when there's no inventory, some people want to or have to buy, and these mortgage rates are just not that high. Anybody who's been around more than 20, 30 years knows that we've had mortgage rates much higher than they are right now, and it's possible to buy down your interest rates. And people understand that they can refinance when interest rates come down. So you get a mortgage now, and it's okay. If you have to pay 5.5% or 6%, it's not that high. You can pay it down, and you can also refinance later. So right now, mortgage rates are a little lower this morning and have been for the last couple of days. And as a result, applications are up. So, I mean, this is high season. You're not going to see housing inflation on that side go down in the next several months. Now in the fall, who knows? Maybe we can see a little softening. So on the Tesla front, we've got Tesla raising their prices on the Model Y long range by $250. And of course, that's very, very good news. And we would expect that to be something that might help the stock this morning, but so far. Anyway, Toyota yesterday, of course, announcing that they're finally going to get back in the game. Their stock is up, and some people feel that Tesla's stock went up yesterday because Toyota has finally capitulated. And so they're being applauded. But, you know, the capitulation is too late, much too little. 2026 is when they're saying their cars are going to start coming out. And also they're being laughed off the street with regard to their promises of 600-mile range and solid state batteries, et cetera, et cetera. Nobody knows where the technology will be in 2026. So maybe they'll have an advantage in 2026. I don't know, but it's going to be way too late. But they're jumping in the game, and that's got to be helping. It causes more and more people will now be going, okay, the ice age truly is over. Toyota now gets it. And so that's a help to the overall narrative about the electrification of automobiles and also the end of the ice age. So in addition, yesterday, Toyota said they'll be going to gigacastings, another bow to Tesla. And they're not alone either. General Motors, Hyundai, and Geely. Geely, of course, is Polestar and Volvo. And also, so they're also saying that they will be looking into gigacastings. I wouldn't be surprised to see many others. Now, there's a serious problem when you are doing shorter run rates. So a lot of these companies have multiple versions of their car. They don't have long run rates. You really have to have a long run rate to justify these gigacastings, but we'll see how that all plays out over time. Elon Musk announced that full self-driving 0.4 will be rolling out later this week. This has been very fast iterations, 10 days, 2 weeks per each iteration. And that seems to indicate that what Elon said is true, that the FSD improvements are accelerating. That obviously is very, very good news. Yesterday, cool thing, Cybertruck spotted driving around town in a full camo wrap, got tons of attention, looked great, and was obviously a huge attention getter. You got to remember, I don't know if people forget this or they just don't think about it, but I'm a marketing guy, right? And this kind of PR, you cannot pay for it. And this is what Elon and Tesla, they know how to get headlines. And headlines are always a bigger deal, always way better than paid advertising. Headlines, I mean, any kind of PR is considered to be 10 times more valuable per inch in the old newsprint days, 10 times better per inch than advertising. You can imagine, though, when it's a headline, when it's pictures, the value is really, really big. So anyway, as promised, what do I think is going to happen today? Well, the markets are bright red. I'm going to look here in real time, just real quick, to see where things are going. NASDAQ is now slightly up. Like I said, a lot of volatility. Dow is not down as much as it was. But Tesla continues down at this point, down 1.75 bucks. I am pretty sure that we're going to end up in the red today. Nobody knows. I don't know any more about it than you do. But based on the fact that the market has been so strong recently, based on the fact that Tesla has been, 13 days in a row of in the green, at some point you have to have a sell-off. At some point you have to take profits. And there's no significant news coming the rest of this week that would drive either Tesla or the market upward. So the news today could be a sell on the news day. That is my speculation at this point. We'll just have to see how it all turns out. I'll be back later this afternoon around 1 o'clock, well, after the market closes. So let's call it 2 o'clock Pacific. I'll be doing my short takes, which I do every Wednesday afternoon. And we'll give an analysis of what's taken place in the first 3 days of the month. Hit notifications if you'd like to be reminded of that. You have to subscribe if you want to hit notifications, and then hit like if this is a good idea. I know I'm probably looking groggy, and who knows, this early. We're 6 o'clock in California when I started writing this particular morning's information. But if you like it, I'll get up every day and do this, but I need to know you like it. And then, of course, love to have you on Patreon, where I'm going to be putting the scripts up, where I'm putting all of the spreadsheets up, where I sometimes put up early versions of videos so that you can see them on Patreon before they're out on YouTube. So that's all I got for you this morning. It's been great talking to you.